welcome back to Mission Impossible. I'm your host, Shannon. Joining me today, I have another wonderful guest. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good today. Hello everyone, my name is Suravi and I'm from India. I'm here as a K-influencer too, so I'll be sharing a lot of experience about Korean bakery today on my YouTube channel too, so please show a lot of interest.
Yes, show her a lot of support, you guys. We love our K-influencer community, and having them on the show is even more fun.
Yeah.
So as she mentioned before, we are going to be doing a little bit of a bakery tour today. So this should be no surprise for you guys. We almost always include a bakery in the show. But today the bakery is actually very special. So if you guys will take a look right up here, we are at Napoleon Bakery. This is a special location because Napoleon Bakery is one of the 3 most top-rated bakeries in Seoul. So I'm very excited to be here, and I'm very excited to try. As well as you can see, it's actually been open because of the lovely weather that we're having today. We have officially passed the heat wave.
Yes.
So excited. I'm very happy about that.
Really excited today about today's experience, and I'm really excited to try the Korean bakery, and we are definitely going to get the stamps today.
Yes, yes. So like she was saying, you guys, we have a bunch of missions to do today. If you're just now tuning in for the first time, the way that the show works, we have 3 missions that we have to accomplish in the allotted time frame. If we get all 3 missions completed and we get all 3 stamps, we'll be choosing a lucky winner from the comment section down below.
Yeah.
Now, the only way to win is to interact with the comment section. That means asking questions or making commentary all throughout the live show, because we will be choosing at the end.
Yeah.
So make sure you're participating in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, of course. And let's get started with our today's first mission. So the first mission for today is try the signature honey bread at Napoleon Bakery.
Yeah.
So sounds easy enough. We'll go ahead and walk inside and we'll go ahead and try the honey bread.
Yeah,
All right.
let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, so let's see. I'm gonna pull up the chat here, see what you guys got going on. Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we have to get one of the baskets first.
Yes.
Typically in Korean bakeries, you'll be getting your own bread. You don't order it at the counter.
Yeah.
You'll grab a basket such as this, and we'll get a little paper. And I think we should choose 3 breads today. So we'll get the honey bread, and then we'll do 1 for you, 1 for me. How about that?
Yep.
All right. Did you eat today?
No, I'm glad I skipped my lunch today, and it was a right call, I think so.
Probably a good call, because this right here, you guys, is the signature honey bread. So you guys can check it out right here. Bolgulbang. Bolgulbang. So what we're seeing here is essentially a giant honey bread cake thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll grab one of those, and now you can pick out any of the ones that you would like to get, and I'll grab one as well.
Yep.
So something about this bakery that I noticed right away, these cakes
look
amazing.
And I think so it is really delicious too.
Come check this out. Look at this. This one makes my heart happy. The maple,
Yeah.
like maple syrup. Which one is your
and
favorite?
even blueberry, it's really
Ooh.
pretty, and I think so it is really delicious.
Yeah, and this one too. I like the
Yep.
way that it's decorated. I like this. I love to bake, so
Yeah.
this is really interesting to me. The little water droplets.
Wow.
It's sugar. It's like sugar water, but they've made it so that it's like a jelly on top.
Yeah.
So cool. So
It's
cool.
really,
Yeah.
the decoration is really good, and it's tempting me to
I
buy
know,
it,
to
but
try
then
the cake, but we're not here for a cake
Yes,
tour.
we are
We're here for the bread.
bakery.
So speaking of, do you want to go ahead and pick another bread?
Yeah.
There's so many over here.
So my personal favorite is melon pang, so I'm going to choose
Melon
one
bang.
melon pang and have this.
This one has cream in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. I think I'm gonna go opposite. I'll pick savory, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna do pizza ciabatta. I need an
Okay.
excuse to eat pizza today,
Yeah.
so that's gonna
Let's
be my
go.
choice. Before we go ahead and sit down and take all of our stuff to the counter, I do want to show you guys some of the other options. So you can actually follow me back this way.
Yeah.
This is one of the bakeries where you can actually buy whole loaves of bread. Because oddly enough, in Korea, the ovens in houses are not common.
It's not common.
Yeah.
And mostly like they are takeout services more, but here like we have to sit here and enjoy our food, so it's really great, and I saw it for the first time here.
Yeah. In India, is it common to have an oven at home?
No, it's not that common, but like here it's a really cultural difference.
Yeah,
from
definitely.
India and Korea.
So here's some other interesting choices, you guys. I'm seeing fig wine cheese bagel. Fig wine cheese. That sounds really fun. Perilla leaf, chewy cheese ball. Who doesn't love that? Sweet potato glutinous bread, or tok, which is like the rice cake.
Yeah.
This one always confuses me. This is something that they love in Korea. Look at this giant slab of butter.
Wow.
I don't know why Korea loves this. It is a popular flavor though. They do like the butter, and then my favorite.
Oh,
소금빵.
소금빵.
I love the salt bread. Here you can see you've got the glutinous twisted donut. So these are actually a more traditional Korean style donut. It's like the twisted ones.
Yeah.
So I always love seeing these in cafes. This one looks particularly sinful, divine. All right, so now over here we've got some other options. This is what I wanted to show you. You can actually get a full baguette. So it's really uncommon in Korea to see giant bread like this, at least full baguette size. But here you can buy any sort of assortment. You can get the whole wheat loaf, you can get sourdough, mugwort, walnut, chiffon apparently, and then these options as well.
Too. So like you can buy this breads too from here.
Yeah, like the whole ones.
Yeah.
I like this because there's so many options. They've even got like cold, more soft ones, like ice creamy almost.
Yeah.
So I can definitely see why this is popular.
There are lots of options over here. Like you feel like grabbing anything and eat. You can have also for your lunch.
Yeah.
So like there are lunch set too over here. So like it's really pretty. And delicious.
Like, yeah, crazy good options.
Really
as well,
delicious.
there's ice cream too. Like you can get literally anything here.
Yeah, especially in this weather, ice cream is very good option.
I think if I was gonna pick one, I would go with the yogurt. I've recently started loving like Greek yogurt ice cream.
Okay.
It's really popular in Korea, but I like it a lot.
Okay.
And then here you can see they've actually got gift boxes as well.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to buy some pastries or something smaller for a gift, you can actually get these prepackaged options as well.
And you can gift it to your friends too.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Has your family ever come to visit Korea?
No, they haven't been over here, but like they also like Korea a lot.
Ah, okay. Do you
Yeah.
think maybe they'll come in the future?
Yes, sure. Like in coming future, they may come over here and meet.
Sure, sure. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these other cakes. You can see they've got varying sizes. These little ones are so cute.
Really
You're right about
cute.
the blueberry though. That is crazy. That's so
Really
cool.
pretty.
All right, and I've got a lot of stuff in my hands, but I'm going to check the chat now. Let's see. What do you guys think about the bakery? I trust Shannon's reviews. Yogurt ice cream, I first learned about this topping. Do they have brownies? They do not have brownies here, but they do have like little chocolate cakes that are dense and similar to a brownie.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we should take all of our stuff over here. We're going to order some coffees and we will get going.
Yep.
All right. Let's go. Quite a big bakery as well.
Really. I saw for the first time this big bakery here.
Yeah, right? Me too. All right. I think we come over here. 네, 안녕하세요. 이거는 그리고 아이스 아메리카노 하나 주세요. 그리고
네. 그리고 바닐라 라떼 하나 주세요.
바닐라 라떼.
바닐라 라떼가 없고 카페 라떼가 있어요.
네, 주세요.
아이스로 드릴까요?
네,
네,
맞습니다.
아이스로.
Alright. Alright, so something else I just noticed, you guys, they also sell jam, little homemade jams here. These look so good. This is strawberry, this one is fig. This looks amazing.
Really?
I'm a sucker for like a homemade jam. It reminds me of like back home, going to the farmer's market and like local markets where they had a lot of jams and stuff.
와우.
포인트 있으세요?
없어요.
없어요.
네.
하시면 25,600원이고요.
네.
영수증 드릴까요?
아, 괜찮아요. Alright, very good. So,
영수증.
빵은 드시고 가시나요?
네? 네네네, 맞습니다.
네.
역시 영수증 드려요. 죄송합니다.
네.
Alright guys, let's go ahead and keep going.
음료수는 100번으로 불러드릴게요.
네. Okay, so now we will take a seat. So we were lucky enough to get a special seat while we're here. I love being outside. I love having the open like doorway here.
Yeah.
So we're actually going to be sitting right on the bar, looking out at the street and enjoying our bread.
Yeah.
Right, so follow me, you guys.
We are lucky enough that we got a seat today.
Yeah. Oh,
Over
it's so
here.
cute. Look how
Oh,
lovely
the
this
background
is.
is really beautiful.
Oh, this is so nice. I love this. We can just sit out on the counter and we can just people watch, drink some coffee, and enjoy our time.
Yeah.
And we can also take some time right now for a little bit of Q&A as well.
Yep.
So let's ask some questions. Do you know why the bakery is named Napoleon? I don't know why, but it's definitely not a Napoleon complex kind of thing because this bakery is huge. All right, let's see. How long have you been living in Korea?
I've been living here for like almost 2 years over here in Korea, and it's a really great experience staying over here. And this will be one of the greatest memory over here for me, especially.
What originally brought you to Korea?
Like I really wanted to pursue studies abroad, and Korea was one of the thing like which fascinated me because I'm also a K-pop lover. So that's
there
why
it is. There it is.
that's
the
why
K-pop.
the first choice was Korea for me.
Sure. There's a lot of good reasons to come to Korea, though, for sure. There's the safety aspect.
Yeah,
It's super clean.
really.
The infrastructure here is amazing as far as like transportation.
Yeah.
Which city are you from in India?
I'm from Goa basically, and it's in the southwest part of India, and it's really a pretty state, and it's very small, but it's very pretty. You should come and visit over here
I
one
would
day.
love to, honestly.
Yeah.
We've had another guest from India as well before, so it's piqued my interest, I think, to go check it out sometime.
Yeah.
Has it been difficult for you to adjust in coming to Korea, whether that's cultural or just moving so far away?
Yeah, like basically coming from India, we have a lot of food diet restriction. So with food, there was really difficult for me to adjust, but then now it's fine because I'm comfortable with the environment in Korea. So like it's really good over here.
And you speak Korean, correct?
Yeah, like I studied for
Nice.
1 year over here.
You speak very well. So she's being humble, you guys, because
Yeah.
I was listening to her talk to the team kind of behind the scenes earlier, and she was actually speaking very, very well. She can hold conversations well, and
Yeah.
I think you did a great job.
Thank you so much.
Have you ever gone to school in Korea, or were you primarily in school back home and then now?
Yeah, I
working?
was primarily in back home. Now presently I'm studying masters over here. So yeah,
Snaps to that. Smart
Yeah.
girl. What is your master's in?
I'm doing masters in architectural engineering.
Wow.
And I have to do a lot of research too, and lot of studies and everything. And in the meantime, I'm having my hobbies also, like
Nice. So
broadcast
I
and all.
love the fact that you did architecture because
Yeah.
architecture is so it's so unique, and I
Yeah.
think Korea is a very good representation of that.
Yeah.
Have you been to DDP?
Yeah, obviously, like DDP.
Crazy.
we have
That
to
is a
visit
little
it.
bit of a hint, you guys, for next week's episode.
Yeah.
We'll be visiting DDP, which is probably one of my favorite areas in Korea.
Yeah.
I've been there many, many times, but architecturally, one of the most insane sculptures I've ever
Yeah, seriously, like I really like the Korean architecture. Because of that, I'm so fascinated to be here
seen. Very good.
and pursue my studies.
Nice. Well, I'm very proud of you for sticking with it as well.
Thank
so
you.
we've got a couple of things going on in the comment section down below. My dad is in the chat. Hi, Dad. My dad said Happy Daughter's Day. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. They're asking you what university you're in and what is your favorite place to visit in Korea.
Okay, so my university is Seongbuk-gu University, and it's really famous university. Like, if you're a K-pop stan, you should know about this university very well. And I recently visited during my Chuseok holiday to Busan, and
Ooh.
I pretty like it because I come from Goa, as I told you before. It's surrounded with beautiful beach and everything. So
Oh,
yeah,
your hometown is beach as well.
yeah, like just
Ah.
10 minutes walk and there is a beach from my home. So like Busan was my favorite.
I don't think
place.
there's a gentle way for me to do this, so I'm
Yeah.
just gonna slide it out here.
Yeah.
I don't want to get my hands all sticky. There we go. All right. Oh, that
Ooh.
came out really nicely. Look at that. It didn't make too much of a mess.
Yeah, it's really unique, and it's cut into pizza slices. It's
I know.
really pretty. I think so. It's going to
very
be very
tempted.
delicious.
Do you wanna try?
Yeah.
All right, let's give it a go.
Yeah.
All right, and then chat. You know how this works. I will give
Yeah.
you my honest rating from 0 to 10.
Yeah.
10 is the best.
Yeah.
0 is the worst. Okay, don't be too nice. If it's not good, you have to say. You have to be
Yeah.
honest. They trust me, so let's do it. All right, I guess let's just put here and pull.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Oh.
I didn't know we were gonna cut it in half. Okay.
Wow.
I
it's
do think
really.
maybe a knife would help in this situation.
Yes.
I want to show them the inside. So it's very, very soft. You can see this is the inside here. It's actually like in pull apart layers. So as you kind of saw, it was starting to split by itself. I think we're gonna have to take it one little slice at a time.
Yeah. It's
All
true.
right, there we go. All right. Oh, smells good. Can you smell that? Can you smell it? No. A smell cam should be a thing. That's all I'm saying. We have great audio results and stuff, but we should do smell cam next. In the meantime, I will answer a couple more questions. Let's see. Melon bread. My dad says, Aside from the honey bread, what are the other breads that Napoleon is known for? I'm not sure what they're known for, but the cakes, the cakes looked
are really
amazing.
pretty. Like, you should come and try it. It's really delicious. I
All
think
right.
so.
Yeah,
Looking at the
I mean, it just looks
decoration.
amazing.
Yeah.
So you guys are asking a lot of great questions. I promise I will do my best to get to everything.
Yeah.
So we'll just try this really quick, and then if you guys will help me out 1 second, I'll get to some of your questions. Cheers! I don't know how to. Oh my god!
It's really tasty. Like,
Wow.
wow.
It's like super airy as well. There's like a big old
Yeah.
pocket in there. Wow, that is
Wow.
so good. Oh
One
my
of the
goodness.
things of Korea bread is like sometimes the breads are really too sweet, but this is like up to the point. It's not that sweet and it's really tasty.
This
for
is
me.
amazing.
Really amazing and sticky too.
Very sticky. This
Yeah.
reminds me of monkey bread.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried monkey bread? Okay, monkey bread might be an American thing, but it's essentially just like a honey, like cinnamon maple syrup, delicious heart attack in a bread. It's great. Yeah. Wow, that is so good. All right, what do you rate it? What is your official ranking?
I go with 9.
I was gonna say 9.
I go with 9.
I would have given it a 10
Yeah.
if I had like a knife.
Yeah, but
But I'm all sticky. Yeah.
it's really sticky.
I have powdered sugar all over my phone now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. What is your favorite place to hang out during the weekend?
Actually, I like in Insadong the most.
Insadong is so cool.
Yeah, and if you're like more into pop-up store and all, then Seongsu is really great.
Seongsu is very cool as well.
Yeah, so I like to hang out in Seongsu and in Insadong mostly during my weekends.
My choice is a little bit different. I like
Okay.
to hang out in Itaewon the most.
Oh.
Itaewon is my personal fave. It's more than just like a party spot though. I have a lot of friends that live there. So we do
Okay.
like Mario Party like at my friend's house and stuff. But I like Itaewon. I think it's a very like cool, chill vibe.
Chill vibes. So
Yeah, it's chill vibes.
Yeah.
And then other than that, I like to hang out at my house. And just
yeah,
watch TV.
that's a beautiful place, house. Like you can have your own comfort and like
Yeah. Oh,
Take
by the
rest.
way, I just remembered this, you guys. I had mentioned a new show on Netflix. It's a Korean cooking show. It's called Culinary Class Wars. You have to watch it. It is so good. So good. One of the best like cooking shows that I've seen to date. It is in Korean, but they do have an English dub and English subtitles.
I will really watch
Yeah,
it.
little bit of a tangent there, but definitely go
Yeah.
check it out because I just remembered. All right,
Yeah.
let's check out some of the other questions. There's so many going on here. Are we gonna get a 10, chat? Sorry, Dad. It's a 9 for me. It's a 9 for me. As an architecture student, how do you keep up with all your all-nighters for submissions?
Yeah, like I have to be till late night to in my research lab, but I'm very determined to complete my missions and my assignments plus my research. So like I manage any somehow
You
from
time
Monday to
manage.
Friday.
Yeah, there you go. Do you have classes every day?
No, like based on the subject wise. Like on Mondays and Tuesdays I have classes, but like other days I don't have classes, but I have to attend labs.
Yeah, but you have to. The labs are the hardest.
Yeah.
When I was in school as well, I went to college in the States. I was pre-med and I was studying focused in biology and anatomy.
Okay.
And the labs were always the most time consuming because although it's not like a class with like a
Yeah.
homework thing, you have to be so exact about the lab work
Yeah,
for sure.
and the submission.
I love labs, but
Yeah.
they are the most time consuming for sure.
Yeah,
So very
really
cool.
time consuming.
All right, let's see. Oh, Black Spoon fam. Yes, Armand knows what I'm talking about. Hi, Saravi. I think you'll be able to guess who I am. See you in the evening, love. You are doing great.
Oh,
Who is that? Is
I
this
think
a
this
secret
is my
admirer?
friend. I had shared her the link, and I think so. She has commented it. So we'll really meet soon in the evening.
Shannon, which side are you cheering for? White Spoon or Black Spoon? Ah, this is hard. Okay, so I haven't made it all the way through.
Yeah.
I do. There's a couple from each team that I like though, so I think it depends on the matchup who I root for the most. But for the black team, I like the anime cook, the one who cooks based off the animated series. I love him. Think he's great. I like the self-made one. For the white spoons, I liked the 2 foreign ones because they were like very amicable and friendly on the show, but they got eliminated, unfortunately. So now I'm rooting for, I think, whoever's in the matchup that I prefer. We'll see. Try Saravi's choice of melon bread. Great segue.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and move on to that.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of bread to try here.
Yeah, like we have a lot of bread.
This is going to become a massacre of bread very quickly. All right. So luckily yours has a little tray here, so you
Yeah.
can actually just pull it out.
Wow.
All right. So
It really looks
you
pretty.
are the residential melon bread expert.
Yeah.
I have no experience with melon bread really, so I'm not exactly sure. So you can do the honors. How do I help you? Just
I bet.
do we just
Yeah.
Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's so soft. Hey.
Wow.
Oh no, we're gonna lose the cream. Hold on. We gotta do surgery, chat.
Yep.
All right, scalpel. There we go. There we go. There we go. Sorry.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. All right. So let's take a look at that cross section, guys. You can see that there's the cream right here in the center, and then this part is bread. There's a
Yeah.
little coating. I don't know if you guys can see this. There's a little bit of that sugar on top.
Sugar coating on top.
If this falls off my fork, I'm
Yeah.
gonna cry. All right. So I guess we'll just give it a go. I'm gonna hope for a wet tissue after this. I'm just gonna bite into this. Pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Actually, I'm a big fan of melon pong.
I can absolutely see why. I can absolutely see why.
actually eat most of the time melon pong. Like if I go
Wow.
to any of the bakery shops
That's
around
interesting.
Tokyo.
It's super sweet, but it's also surprisingly refreshing.
Yeah.
Very bizarre combination of flavors. I like it though. It's really good. It reminds me of like what like an apple bread or something like that would taste like. But it's really really good. So I used to not be like a melon person, and in the States we think of this type of melon like honeydew, but in Korea, so good. So good. It's super sweet and very tangy, and I love it. All right, what is your ranking? What do you give it?
Since it has cream, I'll go with 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 7. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say 7 for this one. It's
Yeah.
not my favorite,
Yeah.
but it's definitely good. Like I would definitely order this if other options were not available.
Yeah.
I don't know what that says about me. What is your favorite season in Korea, and have you ever felt any culture shock while in Korea?
Yeah, like with the garlic bread especially, there is a lot of culture shock.
We've talked
Like,
about this so many times. The garlic bread is so
the
absurd.
garlic bread is the biggest cultural shock because I never had a sweet garlic bread. Like even I'm from India, although the origin is not from India, but we never had a sweet garlic bread.
No. Garlic bread is like
Never.
almost always salty.
Yeah, like
which
never.
is yeah. So it's definitely been interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. I love seeing your pretty black hair. Yeah, your hair is so long. I was looking at it earlier. It's so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's see. What activities or hobbies did you pick up while living in Korea?
So I basically have one hobby, that is YouTube, and on weekends I mostly click videos and all, but I post it too, and mostly I do post reels on Instagram, so you can watch it out and show a lot of interest.
Sure. What made you like venture into becoming a K influencer?
Because I am so much influenced by the Korean
Because you're influenced by
culture. Yes. So that's why I want to like explore more about Korea and show you guys more about it and give you a lot of like what words, like a lot of
Exposure?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exposure about Korea, and may your dream come true to come and study here as well.
Shannon has high standards with breads. Yes, I do.
Right.
Let's see. I know Saravi is not much of an anime fan. Shannon, are you an anime or a manhwa geek? I'm not a manhwa geek, but
Yeah.
I'm starting to like it more.
Yeah.
There's some people around me that are very into anime, and I recently went on a trip where I got to go see some anime districts and stuff. It was really cool. So I'm open to it. I'm not like the biggest fan. Like
Yeah.
I can't quote like animes that I love to watch.
Same here.
But I've seen a couple. I've seen like Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, and like Avatar. Avatar is like a cartoon. I wouldn't necessarily say anime, but anyway. Do you like anime?
No, I'm not into anime, but like I know people around me who are crazy manga fan and anime too.
Yeah, I see people on the train always
Yeah,
reading
always
the manga.
scrolling and reading. And even in fact in my home too, I know someone like my boyfriend especially, he likes manhwa a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, no, I understand that for sure. Let's see. Any Korean foods that remind you of Indian dishes? That's interesting.
I think so. The chuncheon dakgalbi, the spicy
Really?
one, it really reminds me of India because, like in
Wow.
India, we eat a lot of spicy food.
I love it, yes.
Especially the chuncheon dakgalbi.
Mm.
It's really tasty here.
Okay,
Really?
okay, noted. So that was a very interesting question because I feel like a lot of cultures have certain similarities. Like there's
Yeah.
always chicken and rice.
Yeah.
Every culture has chicken and rice. So
Yeah.
I was curious about the spice profile.
Yeah,
Because I know that like India is known for its spices
Yeah.
and profile.
Yeah.
So how that would be kind of comparative to Korean food.
Basically, India is like it has more spicy food, but in Korea, like if it comes to spicy, it is more savory. So like spicy and sweet mixture. But India, like if you have spicy means like it will be a high level of spicy.
You look like you're traumatized.
Yeah, a lot of spicy, and
So
especially
India is like hot spice, and then
Yeah.
Korea is sweet spicy.
sweet spice.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that too.
Yeah.
Like you can have food in Korea that is super spicy, very
Spicy,
hot.
yeah.
But there's always a sweetness
sweet
to it.
flavor.
It's very hard to explain.
Yeah.
But if you're familiar with like Mexican cuisine as well,
Yeah.
those sort of spices are a lot more just hot. Like the temperature is just hot.
Yeah, which is like similar to Indian spicy
Oh, right.
level.
There you
So,
go.
like,
This is really great. Keep up the questions, guys. You guys are doing great. Do you make YouTube videos in your native tongue or is it in English?
I do in my native tongue, which is Hindi, and I'm very comfortable with that as compared to English. And my subscribers are basically from India and the southern East Asia, so like they prefer in Hindi more than like
How can
English.
I say thank you for watching in Hindi?
धन्यवाद आज की वीडियो देखने के लिए.
धन्यवाद
आज की
वीडियो
वीडियो देखने के लिए.
देखने के लिए.
Yes.
Was that okay?
Yeah, it's really correct. Precise.
Wow, that's an interesting try for me, but thank
Yeah.
you for teaching me that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what type of content do you enjoy creating the most?
So mostly I'm like K-pop fan. So like my contents will be mostly about K-pop and about cafe culture over here in Korea. So I mostly prefer posting about that because people really like watching it, and also like travel contents too.
Very good. Very
Yeah.
good. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you're in the right place for a cafe episode today
Yeah.
because after we're finished here, we actually are going to go to another cafe today. It's more of like a hanok style. So I think
Yeah.
this will be kind of piquing your architectural
Yeah,
interest a little bit.
yeah.
So let's go ahead and try this last one, and then we'll get that stamp, and then we'll head over to the next one. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and open this one here. All right. Maybe we can get it open. While I open this, can you talk to the chat?
Yep, sure.
I struggle with multitasking, guys. I'm really sorry that over the 2 years I've worked here, my multitasking does not improve very much.
What's a common phrase or gesture in Korea that you find interesting? So this is one of the interesting thing is like whenever you see anyone and you have to say hello, you just bow down and just say 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
That's a
안녕하세요.
really interesting gesture of Korea.
Oh yeah, I suppose you don't bow as well, right? In India?
we don't bow easily, but like yes.
I always, whenever I go back home, because I try to visit home like once a year for like
Yeah.
a month or so. Whenever I go home, I always catch myself like
yeah,
I'm about to do it,
same.
and then I'm like, nope.
Same, like
No.
this time I went to India too, and I was like, whenever I go to any cafe or any shop, I'm like this, and
I'm like, oh,
oh
and then I'm like,
oh,
don't
no,
do
no,
that.
no,
You don't need to do that. Yeah.
So like, so used to this 안녕하세요 culture over here, like
I think for me, it's a gesture like very commonly in the States. Like if you're like, oh hey, come here.
yeah,
You just wave like this. It's
Yeah.
very normal. But here, this is rude.
Rude.
If
It's
you have
really
your palm
rude.
up like that, it's rude. So you're just supposed to politely put your palm down, like, oh, come here, like that. It's supposed to be very discreet. Because if you go like to a taxi, if you're like, hey, they'll be like, like they think it's kind of
Yeah,
rude. So
like-
that was something that took some getting used to. I
Even
still
like-
messed that one up. Front
like
time,
this waving hand. Some of them they really find it rude.
but they're just kind of like
Yeah.
off put by
Etiquette,
it essentially.
yes.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and try this pizza bread and let's see. We'll ask one more question kind of while we do this. Is there any city that you wish to visit in Korea?
Yes, I really want to visit Pohang especially.
I love
It's-
Pohang.
It's really beautiful. I have only seen vlogs and on Google especially, but I really wish to visit that place.
I'm making a mess. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah, this is pizza, guys. This
Yeah.
is a pizza.
But
We'll see.
it's really,
Okay.
okay.
This is not going well.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my pizza massacre. We got some cheese. We got some what used to be pepperoni, and
But
yeah.
it's really hard though.
Oh wow. It tastes like Seongbuk-gu.
Oh.
Oh yes, there's a bit of bacon in here. Bacon and pepperoni. It's okay.
It's okay.
I would rather order pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard and plus it's cold.
It's cold.
Yeah.
I like cold pizza, like the next morning,
Mm.
but
No,
not like
no,
this.
the fresh
Yeah.
ones preferably hot.
Nope, this gets a 3.
Yeah.
This gets a 3.
2, sorry.
Oh wow. No, this is like the flavors are good, but it's like it's cold. It's a little bit like dry right now. Not my fave. So I think
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
I'll
In
go
order.
with honey bread.
Yeah, honey bread was the best for sure.
Best. The
All right.
best.
So that concludes the mukbang for here today.
Yeah.
What flavor of pizza is this? I don't know.
Really, it's so
It's
mixed.
mid. It's a mid flavor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any Korean dessert that is your favorite?
Korean dessert in the sense bingsu. Does it come in dessert?
Bingsu? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm into bingsu more. And the in Chuseok you get that
Sangmyeon.
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 Yeah. It's
Sangmyeon.
really
So the two
tasty.
favorites would be bingsu, which is the shaved ice dessert,
yeah.
unmatched. So
Really?
good. It's like a healthy ice cream,
Yeah.
but it's a healthier ice cream, and you can get it with like fruit or the bingsu, which is like red bean.
Yeah.
Red bean.
You can have that. It's really delicious.
Yeah, when my mom came to visit, what is it, like a year or 2 ago? That was her favorite. That was her favorite dessert that she tried of all the breads and stuff that we did have. And then Sangpyeon, which is, if you guys know anything about Korean culture, you know that there's a holiday called Chuseok,
Yeah.
which was last week.
Yeah.
The Chuseok holiday is consistent with certain foods. There's like dried fish, japchae, certain things like that. But one of
Yeah.
the desserts is sangpyeon.
Sangpyeon.
And sangpyeon is like a little rice cake with honey and sesame seeds inside.
Yeah.
And it's so
It's
delicious.
really delicious.
It's just a little bite of happiness. It's
Yeah.
so good.
It's really
so
good.
All right, let's see. Is there anything you really miss about your home country?
When it comes to food, yes, spicy food I really miss, and also like little bit of sour. Like we have a
Sour.
thing called pani puri. It's little sour, but
Oh,
it's
right, right,
spicy, and it's really a bomb shot. So like it's really good, and I really miss it. It's my daily to go snack back in India, but here I really miss it a lot.
Sure. If you had to pick like the best Indian restaurant that you've been to in Seoul, what would it be?
I will suggest you to go to Bina restaurant, which is next to the Korea University. The taste is matched to Indian flavors, so I will really give it a good
I'll
go.
get your recommendation for that later because
Yeah.
I've yet to find a really, really good one.
Okay.
Yeah, so definitely don't let me forget to get that from
Yeah.
you later.
Yes.
All right, guys. So I think that concludes kind of our little mukbang situation here. So we're actually going to ask to get some of this bread to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to run this up to the counter and then we will head off to our next cafe.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, we will do some Q&A and let's get that first stamp before we head out. So
Yep.
try the signature honey bread at Napoleon Bakery. I can understand why it was a signature. It was pretty good. All right. Wow, you guys have so many questions today.
A lot of questions.
Oh no, somebody's not having. Oh wow, that's a fresh human. That is a
Yeah,
new baby.
yeah, really
Sorry.
cute.
Okay. What is your take on? Are there any marts for Indian products in Korea?
Are there any
Markets.
markets?
Where you can get
Yeah.
Indian products.
You can visit Itaewon. There is a foreign food mart. So you can visit there, and
I think we're just gonna head out.
Yeah.
Actually, sorry.
it's really congested.
There we go.
Yep.
So you can visit the one in Itaewon.
Yeah. So the foreign food mart, you should visit over there. You will get all type of Indian snacks to Indian spices to Indian rice and everything over there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mission 1 succeeded. What's the best advice you've received about living in Korea? I love this question. Love this question.
Lot. So, like,
This camera.
Yeah.
So yeah, what is the best advice you've received about living in Korea?
So the best advice was like, it's kind of safe for girls. So that was the best thing I received over here, and I experienced it because I preferably like to stay to near Han River, like till morning 4 a.m. with my friends. I hang out over there, and it was really safe for me. So that was one of the best things I heard about it.
Yeah, I definitely, that was part of the reason I was drawn to Korea specifically. I was researching a lot of different countries to visit because I knew I wanted to live abroad for a little while. And so when I was looking at places, it just kept saying how safe and
Really
easy it was
safe.
for women to live here. And I cannot tell you guys how much I appreciate that. Like, I am able to walk on the street. I can have my headphones in. It can be literally 4 a.m. like you said, and nobody will bother you. It's like it's the most comforting feeling just to feel safe all the time. It's really nice.
Like even if you lose your card or anything, you will 100% find it. Really get it back.
You will get it
so
back.
like there's no chance of unsafety over here.
No.
So I really, being a woman, I really feel safe over here.
Me too.
Really.
I have lost my wallet, my whole wallet, ID, American ID, like everything. And I've gotten my wallet. Somebody would call me and they say, "Hi, I found it. Do you want it? Do you want it back?" Or the police will mail it to you if they find it on the street or something, or somebody turns it in. But it's like, I just feel like in my experience, that's not very common. So
it's really not common. But
anyway,
like,
very, very good.
Yeah.
The best advice I've received about living in Korea was to just, how can I say? Try to understand the language. And what I mean by that is not being able to speak, but when you learn the language of a different culture, you learn about the roots of their behavior. There's so much tied to culture that comes from language. So for example, like the hierarchy of Korean language, the formality levels, it's always about age, for example. So that's why they prioritize certain ages over others and that kind of thing. So learning about the language helps you learn about the people.
Yes, that's actually true, because most of the people, they don't really ignore the language and they feel like it's rude towards the Korean society, but actually it's not. Once you know the language and the hierarchy level, it's really comfortable and really happy to stay here in Korea.
Yeah, definitely. I'm seeing some more questions now, you guys. It's a bit bright out here. Give me just a second. Okay. What's a Korean dish that you think everyone should try at least once?
Like I told you earlier, Chuncheon 닭갈비. Like please try it. Like tteokbokki is overrated. Like everybody says tteokbokki.
Overrated.
Yeah, like everybody say like Korea tteokbokki, but no, please try 닭갈비.
It's good.
Even kimchi jjigae, it's really a good to go.
Jjigae, y'all know.
Yeah.
Jjigae is my favorite every
Jjigae,
time.
like it's really good.
I would say naengmyeon.
Naengmyeon, like
Cold noodles are not a thing in the States, so naengmyeon is a go-to for sure. Just for fun, try samnakji.
Okay.
Have you tried it?
No, I have only tried the bibing naengmyeon.
Okay,
it was really good.
Samnakji is the live squid. Just do it. Just do it.
I will try.
It's fun to say you did it. Also try gaejang. Have you tried gaejang?
Gaejang, I have tried that.
Yeah, the raw soy marinated crab.
Yeah, it's really tasty.
You guys, it sounds like it wouldn't be the most delicious thing you've ever had, but it is. It's so good. Again, when my mom came to visit, she was very kind of put off by the idea of raw crab because it's not a thing in the States.
Even same goes for India. Like we don't have anything called raw. We usually cook it, but like after trying this marinated crabs,
it changed my life. It was so good.
Really.
So good. So definitely try those.
Yes.
What do you think about the delivery services?
It's really 100 on 100. Really amazing. Like you order now, tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock, it will be there.
I've ordered before and it took like, for groceries, if you order, sometimes it'll take like 2 hours and it'll come to your house.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of, you guys, we are at our next cafe area. For this one, it's actually kind of a 2-in-1 challenge for us.
Yes.
This particular cafe is not only where we're going to be getting another coffee or another drink, but it's also an art gallery. So as we go in, you guys will get a quick little tour of kind of the art exhibition that they're having here.
Yes.
And that brings us to our second mission, which is to explore a traditional Hanok cafe. So we will be doing that. And then our third mission is take a photo with the artwork inside the gallery. So we'll be doing both of those missions at once.
Yes.
Very chill episode today. Very happy to have you to share this with. But without further ado, let's get going, okay?
Yes.
So I'm going to take you guys inside. Here's a quick little view of what the art exhibition is. This is Wuhannam. So we'll take a look. You can see it's going to be very abstract, very colorful. So I'm excited. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, let's see. The delivery services here, though,
It's really good.
go ahead. Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
the most amazing.
Most amazing.
so
Like
fast.
I have never seen this type of delivery service.
Me either. Like
Never.
I can't express. The food delivery is really
Really
fast.
fast.
The like product delivery, grocery delivery,
Yeah.
everything is delivery. People don't even go out anymore.
Yeah.
It's so
It's really
fast.
good.
Very
Really
convenient.
fast.
Foreigners, you guys can also order here as well.
Yep.
Yeah, just keep that in mind. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the menu here. So different set of items. We've got egg tart. This is actually one of my favorite desserts in Korea.
Yep.
We've got some cookies and some financier, as well as we've got a nice little tea menu over here.
Okay.
Is there anything that you'd like to get?
Yep. I'll go with the cool mint tea.
A cool mint. Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Because it's a Hanok.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So.
You gotta go something with tea, right?
Yep.
I think I might do peach oolong. I'm kind of in like a fruity mood now, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? Actually, I'm gonna go with Americano again. I didn't get to finish my last one, so I'm gonna do
Yeah.
it again. 저기요. 잠시만요. 안녕하세요. 역시 피츠 오롱티 하나 주세요. 그리고 쿨 민티 하나 주세요.
네.
Hot or iced?
아이스로 해주세요.
네, 맞습니다.
네네네.
네.
핫으로 하면 안 돼요.
So, 네, 맞습니다. 네,
네.
주세요. 네. Alright. 네, 감사합니다. Alright, you guys. So first we're gonna go take a seat. I'll show you a little bit around the Hanok village, and then
Yeah.
we'll come out and we'll look at the art.
Yeah.
Alright, lead the way, my love. Let's go. Alright, so let's see.
So,
Ooh,
Wow.
here's a nice little sneak peek. That one looks evil. This looks like a Halloween one right
yeah.
here. Alright. Oh, this is a hidden face, I think. This is a nose, eye, mouth. Very cool. Alright. Oh, there's more over there as well.
Yeah.
Alright. So you can have a seat right here.
you.
I'll sit right here.
Thank you.
All right, so let's take a look. Chat has been popping off, so let's see what they have to say. All right. Oh, they're talking about arts. Yes. Oh, thank you, Dad. I do paint. I have had art in exhibitions as well, but not in a cafe exhibition actually. So this has been quite interesting. What is the signature bread, and do they have a signature drink here? At this cafe, no. They do have more teas, I would say, than coffee options, but I don't think it's a signature necessarily. Let's see. I'm trying to look for another question. Are there any things that we should look out for if visiting Korea? Get a T-money card, like immediately. Get a T-money card. That's going to be your transit card. You can use it for buses, the train. You can use it for taxis. You can use it in the convenience store.
Yeah.
You can use T-money for everything.
Everything. Like, it's really comfortable to have a T-money card. Also, like, if your card is not working, like Visa card and MasterCard, you can use the Namane card.
Yeah.
Recharge there. You can use it anywhere for any transaction. So it's really good.
Yeah, it works for everything.
Everything.
So it's a transit card, but it's the most useful. So if you're worried about your international card working here, just get some cash out in Korean won, upload it onto the card, and then you'll be good to go.
Yeah.
Because T-money does work everywhere here, which is great. What is a favorite Korean artist or art style?
That's
It's a hard
difficult
question.
for me because I'm not a bit of art person, but yeah, like not that much, but I'll go with the abstract paintings.
Sure. I think Korean style, I definitely prefer the more traditional Korean style art. It's very consistent with certain things like brush strokes and painting, as well as like their color palette. It's quite bland, to be honest. It's like beiges, whites, blacks. But I think it's very significant of the culture as well. So you guys can see like above me here, I've got these like beige tapestries. Korean art looks like a lot of those colors, kind of like warm tones essentially. But it's very identifiable. I'll just say it like that. It's very unique, and you can pinpoint a Korean original art.
Especially like Dancheon style is really colorful and vibrant. You can see it mostly in temples and old palaces over here in Korea. So like, yes.
All right, we're getting some more good questions. Let's see. Here we go. Have you ever visited a museum in Korea? Do you both enjoy artwork? Is there anything that inspired you to become an engineer?
The Korean architecture, obviously, before that I come from Goa, as I told earlier, and it is famous for their Portuguese antique church architecture.
Oh.
Because of that, like, I was more into architecture, and this Korean architecture also kind of influenced me more to study about it over here in Korea. So that's why I tend to choose architecture as
Nice.
my
Wait, I have a
major.
personal question.
Yeah.
So with architecture, what is your end goal? Do you want to build like a museum? Like, do you have any sketches or anything that like you're interested in doing?
Yeah, like I'm more into structural
Sure.
architecture. So like with the bridges and everything, I want to make a good big project here
Oh,
in India
that
as
would be
well.
awesome.
So that's why I'm studying really hard
Really
about
hard.
it and get my degree and get.
Let's cheer her on, you guys.
Yes,
You
thank you
can
so
do
much.
it.
Thank
And
you so
I
much.
will trust your bridge building abilities.
Yes,
more
thank you
than
so
mine.
much.
Very cool, very
Yeah.
cool. Let's see. Does India have any special traditional clothes? What are they called?
Yeah, we have a lot of traditional coats. Like I'm wearing a kurta. This is a Indian kurta. This is
Kurta.
a Indian traditional cloth, and the more traditional is like a sari, which is
Right,
really
I have
famous.
seen those.
So you will see most of the Indian women wearing the saris,
And
and
they're so beautiful.
really.
I
thank you
like.
so much.
I love the vibrance of
Yeah,
Indian culture.
yeah.
I had a friend one time, and she was a guest at an Indian wedding.
Okay.
The most beautiful, fun, like exciting events I think I
Okay.
could imagine.
Yeah.
But everything from like the jewelry to the color palettes to the celebration type.
Yeah.
It's like a multi-day festival.
Multi-day festival.
It seems so magical.
Yes.
If you ever have an Indian wedding, I would love to come.
Yeah, surely I'll invite you, Shannon.
I'd love to try sari as well.
Yeah.
Is it acceptable for foreigners or people visiting to try sari?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You can try sari and like you can like take pictures, feel the Indian bride thing.
Yeah,
It's
sure. There
really
you go.
open, like Bollywood style, everything.
Bollywood style.
Yeah,
I would love that.
Yes, surely you should try one. Sari.
Is there a significance to any of the colors, or is it just sort of like you can choose any color? Like
You can choose any color to go with your body, and like whatever style you want, you can style it and wear it. And also like when it comes to the traditional clothes of India, it differs from place to place because India is a big country and it has different culture from place to place. So like yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
One thing as well. I wanted to just mention this. Just reminded me. I was thinking about how in college I studied. I was a double major. I majored in dance and I majored in medicine. But dance, one of my classes was traditional Indian dance.
Wow.
So I did get to wear sari kind of one
Okay.
time, but it was for performance.
Okay.
So I learned how to do the pleating on the side. I can't remember the name of the style that I
Okay.
remembered, but it was very grounded and there was a lot of the hand movements
I
as
think
well.
so you're talking about Kathakali or Bharatanatyam, like any of the one. But yeah, when it comes from hand thing, Kathakali
It was a lot
and
of those.
Bharatanatyam.
It was a lot of those, and
Yes.
it was. I didn't realize like how intricate it was, but
Yeah.
also the symbolism behind the hand
Yeah.
motions and everything.
Yeah.
That was just a memory that just came out of the
Yeah.
back of my mind. But yeah, I did get to do that one time, so I'd love to learn a little bit more
Yeah,
about that.
you should try it.
Sure. So let's look at some more questions here. Will you be working in Korea after completing your studies?
Yeah, surely. Like it's not yet decided yet, but yeah, if I get a chance, I will really want to work here and stay here for a little while.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think once you find and secure like
Yeah.
your niche here,
Yeah.
and you speak Korean well
Yeah.
as well, so that's going to be a big help to you.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else the chat has to say. All right, dance and medicine is a huge gap. Yeah, I don't have an explanation. I love dance and performance.
Yeah.
And I loved anatomy and science and biology. All right, so what we're going to be doing now is getting our next stamp. We're going to
Yeah.
quickly try our drinks here. We'll do a little bit more Q&A, and then we will actually show you guys around some of the art pieces as well.
Yep.
And then we'll be choosing a winner from the comment section. So don't forget to make sure that you guys are asking questions and participating. All right, so let's go ahead and get that second one here. Ignore my nail, guys. I broke it today. Explore a traditional Hanok cafe. Is this your preferred style of cafe?
Yes, basically, like I told you, like I like to roam in Insadong and Iksadong. It
Insadong
has
is so
lots
beautiful.
of Hanok cafes.
Hanok cafes. This is so cute. Look at this little traditional one here. You can see it's in
hanja.
Yes.
But as well, I was gonna say there's a really, really nice one. I believe it's a chain of Hanok cafes. It's in
Yeah.
Hongdae.
Okay.
It's kind of right off the main strip. I can't remember the name of it, you guys. If you guys Google that, you can check it out. But it's really cool. It's like several floors, and in the middle there's like a giant little fire pit and stuff.
Okay.
It's lovely.
I haven't
lovely.
been there, but I'll surely go and visit there.
Perfect. Nice and relaxing.
So
It's
relaxing.
a good choice.
Yes.
All right, so let's quickly go around and let's look at some of the artworks here. Then we will be selecting a winner, doing a little bit more Q&A, and then we will get back to you guys next week. But let's go ahead and get started.
Yep.
All right, magic hand. Yes, Dad. Korea has hanok. What do you call traditional houses in Korea or in India?
Traditional houses.
In India.
We don't have any name as such for the traditional houses in India, but like it's just like we just call it as a house.
Sure. Is there a
Yeah.
traditional style of architecture in
Yeah,
India?
like we have a very vibrant architectural style in India too. You will find Indian architecture too as well, a British architecture too as
That's
well,
true, right?
and a Portuguese too. Even French you will get to see there.
Oh, so it's kind of a blend. Very
Really,
interesting.
really like it's a mixed culture of when you come to architecture.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. So I think there's a couple people checking out the exhibit this way, so we're actually going to go this way really quick.
actually.
We do need to take a photo with one of our favorites, so
Yeah.
we'll have to decide which one we like
Yep.
the best. All right. This one kind of looks like sea turtles
Yeah.
underneath, but it also looks scratched off. This is very
Scratched
unique.
off.
Oh, can we write? I'm going to write my name in Korean. Let's see. They have like a brush one. Oh, see, they're thin or thick.
Yep.
All right, let's see. Sanon. How do you write your name in Korean?
Yep. My name comes like Surabi. Surabi.
Ah, Surabi.
Yep.
귀여워.
Thank you.
You already knew what I was gonna write. Okay, that was just a little fun detour. In the meantime, though, that one is really cool.
Yeah.
I like
that's
this one a lot.
okay.
This is probably my favorite so
Yeah.
far. I like this. It's very dark. Very dark.
I entered and my eyes were stuck to this one.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I like
Really.
the way that the texture kind of
Yeah.
moves around the page. Really cool. As well as the actual canvas. I'm not sure what sort of fabric this is, but if you get really close, you can see this is actually the fabric. This is
Yeah.
the paint.
But
as
it
well as
gives
the
a
sides.
tile feeling, like granite tile feeling.
Yeah, it does kind of feel like
Yeah, but
stone,
actually
doesn't
it's
it?
not.
Yeah. Well, I really like this one. Let's
Yeah.
take a look at this one on the wall, and then maybe we can head back that way.
Yep.
All right. This one also looks like a continuation of this one,
Yeah.
kind of. You can
Wow.
see here. Oh, it's so dark.
This one looks like continuation.
This
in
is like
series.
Tim Burton Halloween.
Yeah.
I like this little white line here. It feels like wind, almost like moving through the painting.
I'm more into the texture because it gives a full tile feeling, but
Is it
actually
tile?
it's not. No,
Ah,
it's a canvas, but like it gives a tile feeling.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Very cool, very
Yeah.
cool. Let's take a look at some of the other ones. We'll take a
Yeah.
quick photo and then we'll finish up some of this.
Okay.
Let's see. They're saying that you can sing. Is that true?
No.
Surabi is good at singing. She always gets 100 in the karaoke room.
No, never. I'm not good in singing. Karaoke room, like
She's calling
everybody
you
is a
out.
singer, but like in real life,
He said in karaoke,
know.
everybody's a singer.
yeah,
That's
everybody is
very
a good bathroom and a karaoke singer.
Very good.
Yeah.
So these are the two that you'll see when you first kind of
Yeah.
walk in. Which one do you prefer?
I will go for this.
I
This
like
really.
this one.
Oh really?
Yeah, I like both. They're both really cool. I think this is spray paint.
Yeah.
Some of it. I think some of it is spray paint. This one
this
as well.
is
The
really
splatter
pretty.
technique is quite interesting.
And the face is also hidden in this, so like
Yeah,
it's
the
really
two
pretty.
eyes, nose, and mouth.
Yep.
I like this one though because look at the detail, like how long to etch all of these.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, like it almost looks like they smashed something, like
Yep.
to like a sticker. I'm just very curious how this one was made. So I think I
Yeah.
like this one the best.
Okay.
All right, let's take a quick selfie. We'll
Yep.
get that last sticker and then we'll be choosing a winner, right, guys?
Yep.
All right, 3, 2, 1. One more. You're cute. All right,
Thank you
very
so
good.
much.
So we have officially taken a photo with the art gallery. Magic hand. Magic hand, magic hand. Okay, great.
Wow.
So our mission is complete.
Completed. Finally.
Complete.
Yes.
We're
Celebration
done.
time.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's a very quiet cafe.
Yeah.
We're making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
So let's head back over there. We've got 5 more minutes, so
Yep.
we can do a little bit more Q&A, and then we will pick a winner. All right, let's go this way,
Let's
guys.
go.
All right, let's see. I love this view when you walk in.
Really,
It's so beautiful.
It's quiet and calm, and tea is a good
Yeah.
choice over here.
Nice and
when you come
refreshing.
to Hanoks.
All right, let's see. Do you like watching Korean movies?
Yes, I watched Pamyo Exuma
Oh,
with my friend. It's really good, and it's good to watch.
Ah.
If you are into horror and all, then you should watch Exuma.
Let's see what else they have to say.
Yeah.
I like this episode very much. I'm so glad. It's a very
you.
chill episode today, so I'm
Yeah.
glad. Okay, here's a couple things. There's 2 really good questions. What is one thing you would like more people to know about Korea?
I will really want to share this message. Like, Korea is really beautiful. Like, most of the people are over here like influenced with K-pop and K-drama, but Korea is beyond this when it comes to culture, the language, the lifestyle over here, the comfort, the safety. It's really 10 on 10 staying in Korea. So that's the thing I want to share.
Yeah, I agree. I think that there is a lot of sort of people come here with like rose-colored glasses.
Yeah.
They think that it's going to be this K-pop world.
Yeah.
And it's more than that. It is a country. It is a real like
Really.
cultural like group of people, and everybody's normal. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? As well as it's not like you've heard before that Korea is quite conservative.
Yeah.
It's very modern as
Modern.
well. Yeah.
Yeah,
The fashion
like-
here is updated. Like culturally, I think people like our age as well are a lot more
really good.
open-minded. So it's not quite what you would imagine. I think just kind of put your expectations at a reasonable level,
Yeah.
especially when you come here. It's not
Yeah.
always like K-drama.
Yes.
There's a lot more to it than that.
Yeah.
Very, very sure.
Or
Okay.
more than that.
Let's see. What is a tradition in Korea that you find beautiful? I like that question. That's a good question.
Traditional?
A tradition in Korea that you find quite beautiful.
I will go with the hanbok.
Yeah, the hanbok is beautiful.
It's really pretty. Like,
even now, like people wear hanbok when they're like 100
Yeah.
days old, the babies, and then they have to choose the thing.
that.
Yeah.
It's really pretty. Like, especially the small kids. If you
I
see
love
them
when they
in
wear
hanbok, they're really pretty, and I really like wearing hanbok a lot.
Is there any typical Indian item that you always carry with you?
Indian item in the sense I don't have anything as in such, but yeah, after coming to Korea, I have got this one habit of carrying a hand cream because your hands get dry very easily.
Yes, everybody has a hand
Hand
cream
cream here.
Very true.
Yeah.
Any biased opinions that people usually have about Korea, which is not true at all?
Yeah, like people,
Yeah.
especially the youngsters, they watch K-drama and they think like, you know, the life over here is like more.
They think it's
like,
perfect. They think it's
perfect,
without
but
faults.
actually it's not. And they think like, you know, the idols are waiting on the airport for them and all, but it's really.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say I think that's people think that like every for example in
Yeah,
love,
yeah.
people think that like all the boys
Boys
are
are
super nice and
super-
romantic and kind.
But the ex. No. Really.
Men are men everywhere, guys.
Yes.
They're not. It's not always going to be romantic and stuff. And the dating culture here is not what I would prefer. So yeah, just kind of measure your expectations about that.
Yeah.
But that would be kind of the big thing. I
Yeah. People always ask me like, how you feel staying in Korea? Is it something like K-drama? I'm like, dude, it's just a normal life.
It's a normal life.
Like,
yeah.
like in any other country you stay, it's just a normal life. Apart, like you are very safe.
Yeah, you're very, very safe here,
Yeah.
but it is very normal. There's all
Yeah.
kinds of people anywhere you go. So we're not saying that Korean people
Yeah.
aren't nice,
Aren't
but
nice.
Korea is full of all kinds of people, just
Yeah.
like any other country, right? So
Yes.
there will be always good and bad. There
Yes.
always will be like super kind and
Yeah.
not so kind, So
Yes.
I would say just keep your expectations at a reasonable level.
Yep.
Okay, we got time for one more question, but first let's pick a winner.
Yep.
So you will be choosing the winner today.
Yep.
So we're gonna scroll through here. Maybe you can choose one here.
Emily Hope.
Emily Hope?
Yep.
Sure. Okay, so
Yep.
Emily Hope, thank you for participating
Yay,
today. You are the
today.
winner.
Yep.
We don't have the card, so just screenshot this. Emily hope you are the winner. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much for participating in the chat, you guys. You guys have asked some wonderful questions today. I love this sort of conversation when we're getting more meaningful questions. It's easier for us to talk about. It's also easier and more entertaining for the show as well.
Thank you for helping me too by asking so beautiful questions too. And I hope like you guys like today's content, and please show a lot of interest of this too, and also on my YouTube channel too.
Yes, definitely show her some support, you guys. She is absolutely lovely.
Thank you so much.
I wish we had time for questions, but we are actually out of time. We got about 20 seconds left. So this is kind of where we sign off and we leave you guys.
Yes.
Next week we will be going to DDP, so definitely check that out. You've heard us talk a little bit about it today, so make sure you guys tune in for the next episode. Don't forget to check the link in the description down below for that community page. Like, subscribe. We love you. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.